Hello friends, how are you? Good morning everybody. Today I will tell you the benefits of Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Anulom Vilom Pranayam is also known as Nadi Shodhan Pranayam, Nadi Shuddhi Pranayam or Sukhapurvak Pranayam. To perform this pranayam, we have to start inhaling from left nostril, exhaling from right, again inhaling from same nostril, that is inhaling from right nostril and exhaling from left, like this. Suppose I am inhaling from left, exhaling from right, again inhaling from right and exhaling from left. In this manner, Anulom Vilom Pranayam is performed. Now, another name of Anulom Vilom Pranayam is also Nadi Shodhan Pranayam. Shodhan means not finding or searching. Shodhan means cleansing. When the body is cleaned from inner side, at that time it is known as cleansing. And for outer cleaning, when we clean the body from outer side, then it is known as cleaning. For inner side, it is known as cleansing. So Shodhan means cleansing, and Nadi means not nerves, not neurons, not muscles, but they are the pathway through which the pran or energy is flowing in our body. And these pathways or say these nadis are 72,000 in our body. And among that, 3 nadis are most important. One is Ida Nadi, another is Pingala Nadi, and middle one is known as Sushumna Nadi. Ida Nadi is also known as Chandra Nadi. Pingala Nadi is also known as Surya Nadi. Ida Nadi is flowing from left nostril and Pingala Nadi is flowing from right nostril. Sushumna Nadi flows from middle side. Now Ida and Pingala Nadi, these two nadis intersect each other at each chakra in our body. This is known as Nadi. Now, to know the benefits, we have to understand the relationship of Ida Nadi and Pingala Nadi with some parts or say system or say organs like that. So first thing, the relationship Ida and Pingala with left brain and right brain. So to know the relationship of this, first of all we have to know the functions of our left brain and right brain. So what is the function of our left brain? So left brain stimulates creative, musical, all those abilities, while left brain stimulates rational, analytical, mathematical ability. So Ida Nadi, left nostril and right brain, these two things are interrelated, while Pingala Nadi and left brain, these two are interrelated. So if you perform this pranayam more and more, then we can inculcate both qualities of left brain and right brain. We can be creative, we can be artistic, we can be musical ability, we can be having musical ability. Similarly, we are having also all those left brain ability like rational, mathematical, analytical, all those. So more you perform this pranayam, more you can have experience, inculcate, cultivate all these qualities. Now second relationship which I wanted to tell you, that Ida Nadi and Pingala Nadi, relationship with these two things with our koshas. So koshas, Ida Nadi and Pingla. Ida Nadi is related with Manomay Kosh and Vijnanmay Kosh. So, what is the function of Manomay Kosh? So, Manomay Kosh consists of thinking, feeling, emotions like that. While Vijnanmay Kosh consists of extrasensory perception, telepathy, intuition like that. Now, Ida Nadi is related with Manomay Kosh and Vijnanmay Kosh. Similarly, Pingla Nadi is related with Annamay Kosh and Anandamay Kosh. So, let's understand in brief what is the function of Annamay Kosh. So, all our physical activities come under Annamay Kosh, and this is governed by Pingla Nadi, or you can say both these things are interrelated. Now, second thing, that Pingla Nadi is also related with Anandamay Kosh. When any person goes in deep meditation, at that time it is governed by Anandamay Kosh. Similarly, when the person sits in Samadhi, when the person goes in Samadhi, at that time also this is done by Anandamay Kosh, because at that time Anandamay Kosh gets activated and all those qualities can be experienced by that yogi. This is the second relationship. Then third relationship is that Ida Nadi and Pingla Nadi is related with sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Ida Nadi is related with sympathetic nervous system, while Pingla Nadi is related with parasympathetic nervous system. So, let's understand what is the function of sympathetic nervous system. When a situation of danger comes in our life, I mean to say, when the danger situation comes in our life, at that time sympathetic system gets activated. At that time this system gives the command to the body for fight and flight mode. So, at that time this system becomes activated and it is related with Ida Nadi. Similarly, when the person is at the peace, at that time parasympathetic nervous system is activated. So, I mean to say, rest and digest or feed and breed, these types of modes are given by parasympathetic nervous system. So, Ida Nadi is related with sympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic nervous system is related with Pingla Nadi. Similarly, another function of sympathetic nervous system is that when we goes in the light, at that time our pupils get dilated. Similarly, in shadow our pupils get contracted. So, when the pupils get dilated, that is because of SNS, and contraction function is done because of PNS. Similarly, during any danger situation, we experience that our heartbeats start increasing. So, that is because of SNS. And when we are at the peace, our heartbeats are normal, or when the danger situation is over, at that time also slowly and gradually our heartbeats start coming to the normal level. So, that is because of PNS. So, Ida Nadi and Pingla Nadi, sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system, are interrelated with each other like this. Now, SNS and PNS both are working together for the same function, but exactly the opposite effects of it. Say, for just I told you that when you go in the light, at that time pupils get dilated. So, that is because of SNS, and in shadow pupils become normal or they get contracted, that is because of PNS. So, both these systems are working together and they are working the same function but exactly opposite effect. SNS increases the heartbeats and PNS decreases the heartbeats. So if you perform this pranayam more and more, so the what I can say that the balancing of SNS and PNS are possible, because breathe is the bonding between SNS and PNS. So more you perform this pranayam, more you can experience all these benefits. So next point, I think that who is not performing yoga, that person may have the doubt that what is the difference between normal breathing and pranayam. The person may have the doubt that won't I get the same benefits if I don't perform the pranayam, and simply from the normal breathing won't I get the same benefits? Then the answer is negative. I think it is not possible. So then the next question is that what is the difference between normal breathing and pranayam, and why do I get the same benefits only from performing the pranayam? So the simple answer is that during our normal breathing, we do our breathing shallow breathing, or you can say we continue chestal breathing. So during that time, we don't have the sufficient quantity of oxygen to each cell, each organ, each muscle, each nerve. But during pranayam, we are having the abdominal breathing. We do abdominal breathing during the pranayam. So maximum oxygen is inhaled by us, and so smallest cell gets the sufficient quantity of oxygen. So the cells or muscles or neurons or nerves which are lying dormant in our body, they are not performing their functions properly. But during pranayam, if you perform it daily, then slowly and gradually all these cells, muscles, all neurons which are lying dormant in our body, they start getting sufficient quantity of oxygen, and slowly they are reviving and they are starting their function efficiently. So this is the main difference between normal breathing and pranayam. So next point is that if you perform this pranayam daily, Anulom Vilom pranayam, Anulom Vilom is alternate, once this nostril, once that nostril. So it is also known as Anulom Vilom. So if you perform this pranayam daily, it is said in Yoga Shastra that the recipient person or the yogi who wants to experience all these qualities, all these benefits, that person should perform 4 times this pranayam daily and 20 rounds every time. If he performs this pranayam in this manner, then without delay that person can cultivate or experience all these qualities which I just told you. These qualities can be experienced by that person. So this I wanted to share with you. So I think you also perform this pranayam religiously, keeping in the minds which I told you the benefits. So thank you for watching my video. Bye bye. We will meet you soon with another video. Thank you.